Well, a new lawsuit filed against the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service aims to protect a snake species here in the Carolinas. And the Center for Biological Diversity says the service ignored the science when they denied endangered species protection for the Southern Hognose snake. As Queen City News reporter Sydney Heiberger tells us tonight, some biologists are worried about extinction.
Patrick Camberos and Michael Edelin know a thing or two about snakes. And though they make their living selling them, they also know the importance of protecting them in the wild.
These guys are just really misunderstood. We do personally believe that there aren't enough rules and regulations that protect our native reptile, amphibian, and other cold-blooded creatures.
A new lawsuit filed by the Center for Biological Diversity says the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service isn't doing enough to protect one species in particular, the Southern Hognose, native to the Carolinas, Georgia, and Florida.
Its populations have already declined by at least 60%, and it faces numerous threats going forward.
In 2019, the Fish and Wildlife Service released a report saying though the snakes do face numerous threats like habitat loss, the species is expected to retain viability with resilient populations across much of its current range. That's why they say they didn't include them on the endangered species list, a list that would provide them more conservation protection.
Their reasoning did not comport with the science. Their reasoning went against their own science, their own scientists.
At Cold Blooded and Bazaar in Plaza Midwood, they only carry Western hognose snakes like this one, not only because they don't carry native species, but also because they've never seen a Southern hognose in the wild.
They're important parts of the food chain and the ecological balance of nature in general. I hope one day soon we do find some Southern hognose in the wild. That would be a lifer.
All right, that was Sydney Heiberger reporting for us tonight. We did reach out to the Fish and Wildlife Service for comment on this new lawsuit. They say they do not comment on pending litigation.